Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 3200. And look, we have a very, very, very special show for you today. As you can see, we got a beautiful guest with us. We got our mom. So we want you to sit right there with us, man. She's going to share some of the most embarrassing stories about us, about them, not me, because I don't have any embarrassing stories. She's going to share some stories with us. Sit back, enjoy, man. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, the 3200, you know how we connect. 3200 Magnolia was the address. Beaumont, Texas, had to do it like that. Wanna welcome everybody to the podcast. Plenty stories that we gotta explore. From the views of husbands, fathers, entrepreneurs, baby fathers and workers. I know this though for certain. You gon' laugh, have a good time till your side hurting. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 32 double O, let's go. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 32 double O, let's go. Hey, yeah, make sure that you turn it up. Get the talking, ain't no topic that we do not discuss. Yeah, everything and nothing at the same time. Good vibes, tune in, cause you know it's going down. 3200.
All right.
Video.
Welcome to the show. Let me do some house cleaning stuff up before we get started. Like I said, today is a very, very special show. House cleaning, item number one. Man, look, if you are not subscribed to our channel, we need you to do us a huge favor. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. If you're following us on YouTube, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and go ahead, show us some love, man. We need a little bit of love, man. Also, big announcing. This is the first time I'm announcing this today. We have partnered with Grateful Apparel. As you see, I got me a little Grateful shirt, man. Got me a little. It's looking nice. It's looking nice. We're partnered with Grateful Apparel. So if you want to get fresh like us with Grateful, go on their website, Grateful Apparel, and if you use, this is a special, man. This is a special. If you use the code V3200, we're going to help save you 15% off of whatever you buy from the store. So please go out there, visit Grateful Apparel, use the code D3200 and save 15%. Now, let's go ahead and get the show started, man. Leo, we got Leo in the house today. Leo, what's happening with you? You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
It's still mute.
All right, now say it again, Leo. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing fine. How's everybody doing?
Oh, doing good, doing good. Oh, Chris, what's up, man? What's happening with you, Chris?
Not much, man. I'm doing good.
All right, Jonathan's on today. Jonathan, how are you feeling today?
You are
I'm doing good, man.
Go ahead, get ready to whoop you.
I'm good, man. I'm grateful. Like the apparel, go on there, use the code 3200, 15% discount. So I'm grateful.
All right. Yeah, make sure you go ahead and use that account. And then we got I got a mom on there, man. We got our mom here today, Miss Deborah Mouton.
Mama's in the house.
Oh, geez. Gonna be one of those shows.
It's gonna be one of those shows. Hey, you really missed the show, but we're getting logged in, man. We had a lot of fun getting logged in with Mama. And then we got another guest here that we're trying to get logged in right now. Having a little bit of trouble getting them out of the guest house there. All right. So, Mama, first question I get to ask the first question for you.
All right.
And then hey, say what's up to everybody in the comment box, everybody watching, man. Thank y'all for viewing. Like I say, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Mom, I know the answer to this, but I just want you to let my brothers know. Who's your favorite child?
Jesus Christ.
Oh no. Who's your favorite child that you gave birth to on October 10th at 9:11 a.m.?
Oh, I really don't know. Hey, who was born on October the 10th? I had two born in October.
You only had one on October 10th, man. The best one was born October 10th.
I had one October the 8th, too.
Yeah, you did.
It don't matter. Who's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite. Y'all all my favorite. I love y'all all the same.
Well, tell everybody who's your favorite nephew.
All right.
Tommy.
Hey.
Nephew Tommy. Nah, her favorite son, of course, he was born in the best month, the same month as Julius Caesar, in July, in the summertime, July the 20th, at 10:10 a.m. in the morning. That would be no other than the man,
J
the
Baby. J Baby. J
the
Baby's
youngest.
not my favorite son though, but that's what I call him, J Baby.
The youngest.
Who's the favorite?
J Baby.
She ain't gonna tell
I
us.
don't have a favorite.
She told me before the show, so I'll just let y'all know that's what it was. Motherhood for you.
They all go around saying they are the favorite. Each one of them will say they are the favorite.
You know what? I never
So
say
as
I'm
long
the
as they
favorite.
think they are the favorite, then that's good.
I never say I'm the favorite. They say I'm the favorite. That's all that matters. They say it. I don't have to say it. So it is what it is.
When you have 5 boys and 1 girl, you don't have no favorites.
So, Mom, like you said,
And
you had 5.
Chris, I can't say you the favorite nephew because you the only nephew called me up and try to let me know how everything going.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. So to my brothers, Sean and little Tom, y'all know who the favorite is.
All right. So, Mom, like you said, you had 5 sons and
Right.
1 daughter there.
Right.
And life was not easy there. So I want to know, like, what is one of the most difficult times you had there?
Well, I guess getting y'all up in the morning time to get ready for school was a difficult time because I don't know what it is, but y'all always wanted to stay asleep. Nobody didn't want to get up. So I had to go around from room to room, getting y'all up and getting you and telling you get ready for school. So, and while y'all were doing that, then I was fixing breakfast.
Let's be real about this.
Say what?
There was only one bathroom in a house full of kids.
I know, but
And
that's
then
why I had
let's talk about one time y'all was waking us up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. You know?
no, baby, I didn't wake you up at 4 or 5 in the morning. I woke you at 6 o'clock.
My daddy woke us up at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
When he was home, yeah. When he didn't have to work out of town, yeah. Because he knew y'all was gonna take y'all time getting in the bathroom.
6 was a sleep in.
Yeah, only on weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jonathan, got a question?
Huh?
Well, I already know the answer to all my questions. I know I'm the favorite because I'm the youngest. But who is the headache of us all?
youngest.
Who's the headache?
Who is the hardest child you had to raise?
Well, I guess the 2 oldest ones. It was hard with them because, well, the first oldest one, he was the first child. So he didn't have nobody to fall behind and learning to do things. So he had to do things first, and then the rest of you learn from them, the two oldest ones.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they cool. They
So,
cool.
motherhood. Like you got any stories?
Only story I have is, you know why your sister scared of dogs?
No.
Because one morning I was walking to the schoolhouse and she was in the stroller, and Kendera was on the side of me and Donrell was on the other side of me. And as we was walking, these big, what you call them, big old tall dogs,
Those Dobermans.
Dobermans. Yeah, these two big old Dobermans come toward us. Okay, Donrell took out running, went around the corner. Kendera got behind me, and I got in front of Christine in the stroller. And I stood right there and I looked at that dog, and I told him, I said, go, get gone. And so the owner came out and he was laughing. And I told him that wasn't funny. And I told him, I said, you need to keep the dogs in the fence and keep the fence locked up. And that's what made your sister scared of dogs, because she remembered that as a baby.
Mm. Mm.
Now,
Yep.
Go ahead.
Now, I always wanted to know, because you had a house full of kids as well as our friends.
Yeah.
I know my daddy always say he happy or whatnot, but I mean, how is it being empty nesters after having 6 kids plus neighborhood kids and school kids? Because you was, I mean, the mama for all our schools. So.
And Chris.
Yeah, cousins, and I mean, everybody would be over.
Yeah. Well, it is no kids in a sense now, but I can't say that because I've adopted another little, Sylvester. I've adopted a Sylvester and his baby in a sense, and made him my grandson, and his baby my great grandson. So I'm still having kids in my life, and then the kids at church, they, I'm still having fun with them, and they do all kinds of things. Last fourth Sunday they had some that played the saxophone. We had some on the drums. We had singers and dancers, and we had one that even preached. So I still have kids in my life, even though at home it's kind of quiet sometimes, too quiet, and I miss the noise.
All right. Mr. Terry had a question for you. He say, who was the crybaby and who was the mama's boy? You don't have to answer the crybaby one. You can just answer the mama's boy.
He said he was the crybaby. And who was the mama's boy?
Yes, that's what Mr. Terry wants to know.
Well, I'll have to say the baby was the baby's boy, because he was the last one.
Jonathan was the crybaby.
I said the baby's boy.
The mama's boy.
Mama's boy?
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have y'all weren't no crybabies.
All right.
You know,
Thank you for answering that.
Half the time y'all act like y'all was grown.
I was
I had
the
to-
crybaby.
You say I was a crybaby.
Yeah.
I was in touch with my feelings. I was a sensitive man.
He was the crybaby because he kept getting whooped. That's what it is.
Oh,
Whooped because of the mama's boy. Every time you touch the mama's boy, you got whooped.
Yeah.
no, I didn't. Nah, that must have been your daddy doing that.
Yeah.
I
No, it
didn't.
was your thing.
Yeah, my daddy. You would set us
Yeah.
up though. Now you would set us up, Bob. Don't play now, Bob. You would set us up. You'd be like, wait till your daddy get home. You had to wait all day to get that whoop.
I
And you
hide under
wasn't
the
doing the
bunk
work,
bed.
but you had your hit man.
Yeah, I was hiding under the bunk bed and closets and everywhere.
But see, you should have took note from Leo. See, Leo paid attention. He seen what y'all did, and Leo stayed out of trouble.
Yep.
He said, "Well, I ain't gonna do that because I see what happens if I do that." See,
Yep.
Leo was staying out of trouble.
Yeah, that's why they always be like, "Oh, Leo was a favorite." Nah, I knew what I was doing. I watched Deal. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but I was getting set up there. Jonathan was just acting like I did something to him so I could get whoopings, man. So I just want to put that out there. Half the stuff Jonathan said I did do to him, it did happen.
It's all lies. It's all lies. It's all lies. Baby. It's all lies.
So Jonathan had mentioned something about the neighborhood kids, and for those in the audience who's not familiar with it, like my mom would, I mean, they were like all our friends were extensions of our family. Like mom would go, she would pick them up when she picked us up from school. If they didn't have a ride, she didn't let them walk home. She would pick them up and drop them off home. She would feed them if she had to. She took care of them. Like everybody, even people who wasn't my friends at school knew who you were. Like still today, like if I see somebody at HEB, I seen Scooter at HEB. That's the first question. You didn't even ask how I was. How your mama doing, man? How your mama? She good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So I was just
I had them all in the station wagon.
yeah.
Y'all was scrunched in there.
I just wanted to know, like what made you do that? Because you don't have to do it. You didn't have to do it. Was a lot of other parents who did not care about any kid in that school except for their own. So what made you be so involved and you know doing the things that you did for all other kids, man? What was that motivation?
I learned it from my mama.
What was behind that
My mama
motivation?
used to do the same thing. My mama used to bake pies, and when she baked pies, the kids in the neighborhood would come around, and if they didn't have money to buy a slice of pie, she'd give them a slice of pie. If she found out that they hadn't ate anything, she would feed them, and she was always involved, you know, with the kids in the neighborhood, the kids at church, and everything. I learned it from my mom.
That's dope. That's dope. Anything else that you took, that you used, that you learned from your mom?
Oh, well, my mom ended up being an evangelist, and I ended up being a missionary. I'm a minister. I mean, a minister. So I'm a minister, and my mom was evangelist. But her dad was a pastor of 2 churches in Louisiana. So it's like passing on down, and everybody in the family have religious ties. Everybody in the family, whether they're going to church or not, they still have religious ties. And I got that from my mom.
All right. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
And she'll be 91 in October.
91.
Yep.
Mr. Terry said, besides loving God, what was the most important thing you taught your kids?
To be honest, to tell the truth. Of course, y'all wouldn't tell the truth all the time.
And Jonathan.
That's why you got your behind whipped. See, like nowadays, you know, parents can't, well, they won't whip the kids. If they would whip their kids, the kids wouldn't be in so much trouble. And you wouldn't have all these shootings and things like that if the parents took a whipping to their kids and chastise their kids. Because God tell them to chastise them. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Get them in the neck and the throat.
No, y'all don't remember. I used to throw that shoe. because you would take off running. You remember the shoe?
Yeah.
I
But you
remember
didn't
you
catch
coming
Christine.
Huh?
I remember you coming behind me and popping me on my lips. That's what I remember.
Oh, yeah, when you say the wrong thing, especially if you curse, I'll pop you in the mouth in a minute.
But Bob, you need to watch all the old episodes. You owe him a lot of smacks in the lips.
I need to wash his mouth out with soap.
Yeah, you need to get him, Bob.
Handkerchief head Negro ain't saying
I'm snitching on everything today.
You better start talking about Leo then.
Okay, y'all telling on one another. Y'all telling on one another, huh?
Oh yeah, Mr. Terry, we had to get the switch a lot when we was little.
Yeah.
Some of us more than others.
I let you go outdoors and pick out your switch, didn't I?
Yeah. Trying to
All
find
right.
all the switch I can find.
So, I guess the next question for me is, what do you feel like is your greatest accomplishment when it came to raising children?
Me.
My greatest accomplishments is seeing all of them becoming men and women, man and woman, that they taking care of their families, that they loving their children, that they spending time with their children like I spend time with you guys. And that's the greatest thing. And I just love that. I am so proud. I even tell my pastor about y'all, you know, the good things and the bad things.
And I know you said a lot of good about me.
I think everybody know Isaac and Jonathan and Donrell and Kendrick more than you, because
I don't do any bad. It's okay. I understand.
no, they've been down here, so they know my pastor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, you haven't never met my pastor.
I met him. I met
Oh.
him like I think about 3 times because I went to y'all church one time. I forgot what we went for.
Oh, okay.
We all went down and we went to y'all church. And
Oh,
then
okay.
they came down for something else. I remember it was like 2 other times. It was something that they came either to Beaumont or something.
Yeah, the women came to Beaumont,
Mm-hmm.
but Christine had a conference at her church, and we all came.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
went about 2-3 times.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Mhm.
I want to know who's your favorite grandchild.
Who's my favorite grandchild? I
Oh
don't have a
yeah.
That
favorite
don't even matter.
grandchild. I don't have a favorite grandchild. When you have 23 grandchildren, 6 great grandchildren, how in the world you gonna have a favorite?
Shoot, I'm trying to go through my head and remember all them doggone children.
Well, Donrell and Kendrick have most of them.
That's very true.
Donrell and Kendrick, well, Donrell got 7. Kendrick, I think, had 6. So he was trying to keep up with his mama.
Now I want to go back in the day to the crazy leg days of Deborah Mouton. When you first met Dad, and just how was that transition? You have 2 kids, you meet Dad, and then you have 4 more. How was that transition? You and my dad with the 2 kids, and then also the sacrifice of you having to pretty much raise all of us while Dad was at work.
Well, the first 2 kids I had, and then I met your daddy. And I thought he was gone. I thought he was like my sister, because he was forever calling me Yvonne. So I had to tell him my name was Deborah. So he finally caught on. And then I'll say we went out like twice. And then after we went out twice, he kissed me on the forehead. And then he asked me the same time, will I marry him? And so when we got married, I already had my the two boys. And so he took my two boys as his own. And his mama thought they were his anyway, because she kept saying they looked like him. And so after that, he asked me how many children I wanted. And I said, well, I didn't have no idea at that time, but he wanted 12. He wanted a football team. So he said, I want 12. Well, we didn't make it to 12. We got as far as Jonathan, because when I had Jonathan, I had complications. And so after Jonathan, I couldn't have anymore. And so we had all the boys, and my one girl, when I got Christine, I said I was on the road. I thought I was going to have some more girls, but it didn't end up like that. I ended up with 2 more boys. And I thank God for the 2 more boys I got. And, you know, all of y'all got different kinds of names. And most of y'all, the rest of them have names that came from the Bible. And I named my first child Donrell, out of a friend of mine had a son. When I was carrying Donrell, he would come over and he would go to the store and buy me different kinds of things that I wanted because I was craving. And so his name was Daryl. And so I put Don with Daryl and made Donrell. And Kenderick came about your Uncle Kenneth. Your Aunt Shirley's husband's name was Kenneth. So I took his first name, Ken, and put it with Derek. And Derek was another friend that I knew. And so they, you know, people always want you to name their children after them. So I named him Ken Derek. Then Leo came along and we named him after his daddy because, yes, Junior, we named him after his daddy. And so that one was easy. Now, when it came down to Christine, your daddy named her. He named her Christine. Now, I put the Janice in there. So it's Christine Janice. And
he named her after his grandma, right?
Yeah, and woman. His sister, Melba, her name was Melba Christine, and his grandmother was named Christine. So he named them after those 2 persons. Then Isaac, a maid named Isaac. That's why she called him Blackberry. But a maid named Isaac, and I gave him the middle name James because my grandfather's name was Isaac Jack. So I gave him Isaac James. And Jonathan is because in our church we had somebody was named Jonathan. I think it was Jonathan Gregory.
Yeah.
And so that's when I got Jonathan from there. And I put Anthony on there because I like the name Anthony.
Glad you shared everybody's middle name. That was awesome.
What you said?
He was glad you put his middle name out there.
That's awesome.
He loved every part of that.
Yeah.
Put whose middle name out there? I put Isaac's and Jonathan's middle name.
I know that was wonderful.
I didn't do you, Leo.
Yeah, you didn't do that. Go ahead.
You want me to tell him your middle name, Leo?
Oh, it don't matter. It's a famous name anyway.
Carter.
Leo Quarter.
After President Carter, huh?
Nah.
So what I got from that story was everything was great. You and my dad was trying to make 12 kids, and Jonathan ruined your life. That's that's what
Jonathan didn't ruin my life. Jonathan didn't ruin my life.
It was you because I was a miracle that I came, but you
That's
messed
right.
it up, Mister. Yeah, Mr. Blackberry. It was your fault.
All right, Big Red.
All right. Chris' mom was supposed to be on the show, and then my mother-in-law. We was trying to get on the show, and I don't know. We have some technical issues, so she wasn't able to get on the show. But we do want to say Happy Mother's Day to both of them, Miss Carolyn and Miss Cheryl. Both Happy Mother's Day to you, and then all our other mother-in-laws also. Happy Mother's Day, and any mother that's watching right now, I want to say Happy Mother's Day. But Chris' mom was not able to make it on the show, but we were able to sit down with her yesterday and just ask a few questions and just kind of vibe with them. So we're gonna share that real quick.
Sons here, so like, what's like your best moment of being a mother?
Wow. I guess knowing that my kids have grown up to be productive citizens in society, that is one of the things that I had, concerns about as a parent. You always worry about your kids, no matter what kind of upbringing they have. I did raise my kids in the church, and trusting God's word in Proverbs 22 when it says, train up a child in the way that he should go, not the way he want to go. Train him up in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. So that trust in God between that training and that getting old, that was challenging. But they grew up to be pretty nice young men. I'm not at the jailhouse. I'm not at the crack house. And there are a few other houses I could say, but they're contributing citizens to society. So that in itself.
So I know it's not easy, especially for mothers, and then you're a single mother. So I know
Correct.
it's not easy at all. So what is like one of the hardest struggles you had to deal with, and how did you overcome?
Well, the hardest struggle is trusting them to make their own decisions as they got older, and praying that they made the right decisions. Christopher was a little bit easier than Josh. Christopher saw trouble. He moved away from it and didn't go back. He chose his friends wisely. He does not have a lot of friends now, whereas Josh is socialite. So that was a little bit challenging for me there, because you want your kids to make the right decisions in life, and you try to instill in them, good things and to give, and not always look to receive. But they grow to an age where children make their own decisions, and you have to just trust, and that trusting that they'll do what was right was pretty challenging for me.
And then last question. I know I said two, but I got one more there. So do you have any stories or anything embarrassing? It could be embarrassing if you want to be embarrassing, but you got any stories about Chris or Josh that would be great that they might not want to share with everybody?
Let's see, Christopher. Help me out with this.
I can help you with that.
You don't want to bring it up, huh?
I ain't got nothing embarrassing.
Well, I think maybe one story. Christopher pretty much always tried to stay on the right side, do what was right, but for some reason, every year when he got to middle school, he would choose one class, one teacher that he was going to give problems to.
Got bored.
And when his dad and I had talked with the teacher, I think it was a science teacher, and we showed up at the school. watched him through the window. Of course, he's away from all other students. I think his back was turned. Was your back turned to the classroom? I'm like, well, what is going on here? But that was the teacher that Christopher decided he would give trouble to. And her thing was Christopher didn't belong in her class. Christopher needed to be challenged. But because of my past experiences, because Josh was always in challenge classes, and I just was not ready to go back through that. Josh and Chris almost 10 years apart. So it was for my sanity and not his. But
It's a punishment.
for the most part, and it makes me proud to know that people have good things to say about them, and that they're respectable young men. They give me the hardest time, and I prefer that over other people.
Yeah. So, Chris, it's Mother's Day. What does your mother mean to you?
She means a lot. She's sacrificed, of course, from birth even up to now. Even though I'm pushing 30 here. Of course, and she would probably tell you your mother's job is never done.
No.
Even though you raised them from birth to 18, it's still not done. Like I say, she sacrificed a lot, and that means a lot to me. Could be in other places, could be down the wrong road, but because of her parenthood, and I wouldn't say strict, but her guidance it helped me maintain and stay on the right path, and that really means a lot to me, because I know people. I went to school with people who are dead or in jail right now, and their parents pretty much let them do whatever they wanted to do, and I see that now. I'm like, I'm really glad that my mama kind of was a little strict on me, and just did pretty much parented me the way that she did. So that means a lot to me, and I thank her for all the sacrifices that she has done and even continue to make to this day.
Hallelujah.
Oh boy. The whole video, Chris blinked I don't know how many times. Look
That
like
was
mace.
good.
Look
But
like
Chris,
mace.
you know what? That must be a Mouton thing, because I remember going to schoolhouse too and looking through the door at
That's the oldest. That was the oldest to you looking at the doors. We were good. That's the oldest to you.
nah, it wasn't the oldest two. But it was like I went to school for Christine one time because she jumped that boy, because that boy jumped Isaac on the bus. And they both got put off the bus because Christine jumped on the boy. And I had to go to the school for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the thing about that though with the teacher, man, I was the smartest kid in the room, so I would be the first one doing my work, and I literally would get work. And so the teacher called her, and she was like, "Oh, I'm coming up to this school," and in my head, she kept saying, "I'm like, okay, at this point, she not coming." She had came. So that one day, I'm at the table by myself. I hear a knock on the door. And I guess I didn't see my mama. So I saw my daddy in the window first. And I just knew it. I was like, uh-oh. So they came in the classroom, and I could hear all my classmates like, "Ooh, mom and daddy is that?" And they walked straight up to me. And ever since that, after that, I don't think they had any more problems out of me in middle school.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ken Derrick was the one I had at the door. Y'all was right about that one. Because I was looking in at Ken Derrick, and he was kind of, but he was like you, though. He was smart, and he knew everything, and he wanted to help the teacher by helping the other students to catch on to what the teacher was saying. And so I got up to the door, and he up front teaching the class. And so I stood there for a while, And the children see me at the door and they
Teaching them
start
what?
laughing.
What he was teaching them? How to be the class clown?
No, no, he wasn't teaching them how to be a class clown. He was teaching whatever the teacher was teaching for that day. And I was standing at the door, and the kids see me and they started laughing. And then they said, uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. And so I opened up the door and he continued on, doing his little thing. And then finally he turned around and he looked at me and he said, Mom. And so the teacher said, you're his mom? I said, yes, I am. And she said, may I take him out? I asked her, I said, may I take him out for a moment? And so she said, yes, ma'am. And I took him out in the hall and I told him, I said, well, you know what this means, huh? He said, yes, ma'am, I know what it means. I said, now why you in there doing that? The teacher's supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be listening to her and making sure the other students pay attention too. Well, it was kind of boring, Mama. And she wouldn't getting it over to him. So I had to help him out. And so
Ew.
Yeah,
he didn't do that no more.
Yeah,
He didn't do that no more.
yeah. Mom, we don't want to keep you out too late here. We're probably going to end the show a little bit early, but we don't want to keep you out too late. But I do want to get an opportunity for everybody kind of answer the same question that Chris asked. We asked Chris to his mom there, Leo and Jonathan, and then also give y'all a chance to wish anybody special happy Mother's Day. So the question would be for the fellas, what does your mom mean to you? And I started off and let Leo and Jonathan kind of think about it if Jonathan's still listening. Uh, um, First, I'll send my birthday shout outs. Happy Mother's Day. My Mother's Day shout outs, not birthday. My Mother's Day shout outs first to my beautiful, lovely wife, mother of my 4 kids there.
Amen.
I appreciate everything that you do. I may not tell you every day, but I really, truly appreciate everything that you do. And the beautiful kids we raised. I appreciate everything that you do. I really, truly do. I may not act like it. I may not show it all the time, but I really
Amen.
do. I'm watching. You do, kids. Our kids love you. Our
Mhm.
kids love you, and I love you. So I appreciate everything you do. And then happy Mother's Day also to my 2 mother-in-laws, Miss Carolyn, Miss Vanessa, our grandmother Octavia. My sister does a great job mothering. Not only
Mhm.
but she takes care of all our children too in some kind of way that she should be watching all
She like her mama.
So appreciate you. And I know I'm gonna forget somebody, but happy Mother's Day to you too. Now my mom. Mom, you mean the world to me. I really do appreciate everything that you do and everything that you've done in the community. Sometimes I feel like the battles you took, like mom would battle out with BISD and she would battle out with the city. And she really had our backs on anything. And sometimes we might have been wrong, or sometimes I might have been wrong, but she still had my back no matter what. But she battled out for us and she battled out for the kids in the community um, for just was right. Like mom was in the PTA for, I know I'm gonna get it wrong, but I know it's like over 30 years you're in the PTA.
20.
20 something years. Okay, you're in the PTA active for 20 years at the school, just as much as some of the teachers, uh, Girl Scout, Boy Scout, Campfire Kids, Red Cross, uh, NJROT, all these programs. I can't even name everything that you participated in. And you were doing it not just for us, but for the kids that was there. I think one of the things that I seen you do in Campfire Kids that really touched me, that you don't even know I seen you do it, but it really touched me. It was one girl in Campfire Kids, and I knew the girl. Her self-esteem was kind of low and stuff, and she got picked on. But you sat there with her and you showed her love and love that she probably wasn't getting from home. You told her she was beautiful. You told her this, and you were telling her like, I think in that class, you were telling like, oh, you wear this color to make you look good. Y'all was doing all this stuff and building her up.
Mhm.
And that really, to me, seeing you do that and showing the kind of love that you showed us at home daily with other kids, it just showed what type of person you were. And I think all of us, if you look at all of us, we're all active in the community. We're all caring and doing what we can
Mhm.
our part. And that's just because lessons and the values that you and Dad put in us. So
Man.
I really, really appreciate, like I said, same thing with you. Men, we kind of hold our feelings and we don't be vulnerable. We don't really share a lot of stuff that we see. Uh,
Mhm.
why I got you here with me today, I just want to let you know that we saw everything that you did. It built us to be who we are, and really do truly appreciate everything you've done for me and everything you've done for my kids. So love you, Mom.
Love you too, son. And thank God for each and every one of y'all.
Leo.
It's including my nephew now.
Leo, try to top that now.
See, that's your problem. You always have competition. Actually, I wasn't done asking a question. Going through some of the things I'm going through as a parent, when we were going on paths that you seen us going down, and it was just a part of growing up or whatever. How did you deal with those things?
I try to steer you the right way. You know, that's why I said that going to church and you guys, when you went to church, I didn't want you to just sit there in church. I wanted you to be an active part of church. So you end up doing y'all little deacons. Then after a while, uh, you were part of Sunday school and you did things in that. And so I kept going the right way instead of the wrong way. And then when you did something wrong, a lot of times I did whip you, but sometimes, a lot of times I sit you down and talk to you and try to make you understand what was going on and what you needed to do. And so when we sit down and talk to you, then that helped a whole lot.
Well, let me get my. Let me see if I do it right. My Happy Mother's Day shout outs, as Isaac called them. Um, First to my Grandma Tavy, Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for my mom. And also next to my mama, Happy Mother's Day to you. Hopefully it be special. And then also to my wife, who's been there with me, which is kind of difficult because I'm a different kind of dude. But
Hard headed, like your dad.
I'm my daddy's child. But
That's right.
to my wife, she's done a great job with our sons and everything that she does. She really knows and listens to them. Um and also to, of course, like we said, our sister, aunts, um, friends, and everybody else. I there's so many mothers out there that are great mothers. That
Amen.
I can't name all of them.
Mhm.
Church mothers. Um, Great women. I always, I think I told somebody all the time. I was like, I had men around me, but the women were so much greater to me. My aunts,
Mhm.
you, mom. Um,
Mhm.
just I had so many strong women around me that showed me what I should. To me, it gave me the blueprint of what I married, which is a strong woman. And
Mhm.
I
Don't
think,
forget your Aunt Ray.
yes, Aunt Ray, of course.
Yeah.
That's my second mom. Um,
Yeah.
uh, I think one of the things that I remember growing up, it was one day at school, was going to school, and I think I was in middle school that year. I think I was in 8th grade, and I came to you, and I was like, we was in the car, and I was like, I just don't feel like going to school today, mom. And you didn't ask. You just turned the car around. We went home. had a good day, chilled out, and everything else like that. And next day, I went to school. Of course, I missed the good fights that day, but but I went to school. But that meant so much to me because it was like you understood me at that time. Some people might be like, "Well, you going to school, you gotta get perfect attendance." That perfect attendance didn't mean nothing to you at
Right.
the time. You knew your child just needed a break.
Right.
And also, I was AB on the roll anyway, so it
Mhm.
one day really didn't mean nothing. But you took that
Mhm.
time and you listened to me and understood me, and to me that was great.
Mm.
So love your mom.
Thank God. Thank God.
John,
John,
I'm
Big
still
Red.
I'm still shaking my head in disgrace. You let this handkerchief head Negro miss school. While me and Isaac had to fake sick to miss school.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh yes, we
No.
did. Oh yes, we did.
I knew when y'all were sick and when you weren't sick. Don't think you pulled the wool over my eyes. I know when you were sick and when you're not sick. Even now, I can tell if you sick or something wrong. I can tell it now. All I have to do is just look at
Yeah.
you. Yep.
Well, I want to say happy Mother's Day to Grandma Octavia. Thank you
Hmm.
for all the wrestlers. Thank you for introducing Price is Right. And of course, the nap time with the stories and those graham crackers. Oh, I used to tear them graham crackers up. Thank you,
Yeah, you did.
Octavia, especially the breakfasts you would cook for us in the morning. Uh, Thank you. And definitely, mom, thank you for being a great mom to us, but also the community. In respect to my father, I will play this because that was his favorite artist. And I think
Yeah,
he married
you're
you
right.
because you had the
You thought
crazy
I was
legs
Tina
like
Turner.
Tina Turner. So, but
Yeah, he still say that.
but yeah, happy Mother's Day to you, to my mother-in-law, Regina. Happy
Mhm.
Mother's Day to you. Who else? Christine. Uh, Happy Mother's Day. I feel sorry for Bud. I know he think he about to get that license, but he don't want that license with Christine because she gonna have you running errands, boy. You better go talk to
Mhm.
your daddy. But happy Mother's Day to you as well. And then who else we got? Oh, happy Mother's Day, Aunt Bobby, Aunt
Yeah.
Yvonne. These women that was always just, pillars to us, especially on Yvonne. Thanks for all the chores,
Mhm.
but thanks for all the wine. Hey, Bobby, thanks for coming and cleaning up for me, washing the dishes, bleaching the hell out the dishes. Thanks. Uh, and who else we missing? Just thanks, like
Rihanna.
Leo was saying, thanks to all the women in church and all that, from KK to Kim to Sister Goodlow, all
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all played pivotal parts, and it seemed like everyone that was in it, from schools and all that, was all about discipline. From my first grade teacher on up, or pre-K. Appreciate y'all. And I guess I gotta leave the best for last. Happy Mother's Day to the wife. Uh, you know, gotta leave the best for last. Let me put the deep voice on.
Are you crying, Leo?
Happy Mother's Day, girl. Yeah.
I thought
Well,
you was crying, Leo.
happy
No,
Mother's Day to the wife, LaQuinta Lachey Mouton. Yeah, I put your middle name out there. Happy Mother's Day to you. I hope you enjoy yourself, enjoy what I planned for you, because I feel like every mother need a day off, and
Amen.
hopefully I can bless you with it. Um, because you do a remarkable job with our 3 children. So happy Mother's Day.
Mhm.
I try to do the best I can to support you and to help you grow every step of the way. And that's all I can do. That's the best gift I can give you. And to mom, oh yeah, to Deborah Ann Mouton, thank you for just raising me and doing your best. I know I was a little crazy and had a temper and say stuff that was just coming, I wouldn't think about it. But I thank you for every time you hit me in the lips to wake me up. I thank you for helping me to be a drug baby. Not with drugs. I'm not talking about weed and all that, but you used to drag us to church. So we know what we're doing. So I thank you for those. I thank you for even being you were a very transparent uh parent. You were the first adult that I seen was so transparent that you would talk to us about any and everything.
All right. Yeah.
And I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for being transparent about your life as well. Um, Teaching us and always wanted us to have a good education. That was definitely your number one thing. From us having school desks in our room, from school to us helping teachers in the summer to to clean their rooms. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
all that. I
Yeah.
remember all that.
Yep.
So I just want to say thank you, and thank you. This is just for my friends, Johnny and Steven and Tremaine, Jeremy. All of them was so comfortable around you, and they're grateful for your direction, because some of them, they were having real hard times in their households, and you
Mhm.
made your home their home, and
Right.
you always had open arms to them, so they're grateful for you. They're grateful to dad, for always, showing love when they needed it. You always hugged everybody and treated them like that you were their mom. So
Yeah.
I thank you for showing me how to, love others. Uh, love the community, love others, and take care of the community. Uh, that's all I got. What you got, Chris?
Um, First, as my closing word, I say Happy Mother's Day to my mother.
Johnson throw the whole Forrest Gump movie there, man.
Yeah. Well, you got fried shrimp. You
Isaac.
got boiled
Isaac.
shrimp.
Isaac. What was the
Ah,
name of your dog, Isaac?
Smokey.
Huh?
Smokey.
That wasn't the name of your dog.
Yeah,
The dog you got from the teacher.
Smokey.
Smokey.
yeah.
Yeah,
Who fed Smokey?
I did. Sometimes I
Everybody,
did.
everybody.
He's
Did.
back there.
Who really fed Smokey?
We all did.
Who?
We all did.
No.
The crackheads that
Your
walk
mama, your mama fed Smokey.
Say
She
the
would clean Smokey. She would talk to Smokey. Y'all got to the point y'all didn't want to take care of Smokey no more.
Well, yeah, he was too old.
No, he wasn't too old. And he
He
was
was.
probably would still been here today if it wouldn't been for somebody to poison him.
He wouldn't be here today.
But I know one thing y'all did. Y'all did a funeral for him, and then y'all all cried at the funeral on Smokey demise.
That's why Isaac gets the crybaby.
I hate you. Chris, final words. Chris, please get your final words out before they start another crazy story.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Chris.
My final words would be, man, Happy Mother's Day, of course, to my mother. Thank you for all the life lessons you given me and my brother and pretty much everybody else. Can't forget about my other mother, Christine. You know, if I don't give her a shout out, you know, I'll never hear the end of it from my real mama. But I say Christine, my sister-in-law Dawn, pretty much all other mothers, my cousins who have kids, all of my aunts who's played a pivotal part in my life as well, and my god kids, their mom. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Mama, you got any very short final words there?
I'm ready for you to play my song, Mama. Boys to Men.
We can't play the song, because YouTube they put a claim on us there, man. They take stuff away, so we can't play more than a few seconds of it.
Well, y'all can sing it.
Y'all can sing it, man.
Y'all can sing it.
There you go. I sung it.
Nah,
I love you.
Go ahead, man. We really appreciate you, man. Jonathan didn't believe that you could get through the technology to jump on the show with us, but I had faith in you.
Yeah, I'm thankful. I'm glad you had faith in him. Hey. And that Jonathan, hey.
Yeah.
There's some things I can't do on my phone, but that I did on my own by myself.
Jonathan,
you can teach your husband for next month.
Good luck.
He'll be on my phone because you know he can't get on his. He got that little flip phone.
On the radio.
He trying to get another one.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Lord.
Jonathan, John continues to ruin your life day after day, man. We understand it. Well, thank you again for coming on the show. We really do appreciate that.
I enjoyed it, and you welcome, and I enjoyed Chris, and you still my favorite nephew. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody in the family, y'all heard that, right? I'm the favorite nephew.
Yeah, your brother.
Favorite nephew. I'm all the aunt's favorite nephew, except for Aunt Ray. I know Leo is hers.
And who's Aunt Bobby's favorite nephew?
I don't know. Yeah.
That's a good question.
I don't want to end the show without just giving a special shout out and special prayers to those. You know, Mother's Day is always one of them tough holidays that if you don't have a mother there, that it's tough to get through. So I just you know, I mean, we one of the things we all talked about is how we shared our mother with our friends, man. I just want to offer any of you, you know, I mean, if you miss your mother, man, please just share your mom with some friends, show some loving, kind words, man. I've got, I know we all got family and we got friends who don't have their mother with. So special shout out to y'all, special prayers to y'all as we go through this holiday. And once again, that is our show, man. We want to thank everybody in the comments who lit it up the comments tonight, man. We appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Sis, happy Mother Day, sis. Faith, love, and all the other mothers that was on watching today. We appreciate you all watching. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we will see you here on the 3200 next time. Peace.
3200, but you already know this. You know it. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Let's go. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 3200, let's go.